Ladies and gentlemen.
Episode of Dion on Purpose. So let's talk about this shutdown real quick. I am livid right now. I'm livid right now when you hear the data that's coming out about how much damage the shutdown, this stunt that the Democratic Party pulled. I don't care what you say. I don't care how easily the Democratic Party is able to manipulate you and gaslight you because you're looking at everything about Trump through a filter of hate. I don't care if the majority of Americans feel it's a Republican shutdown. No reasonable or rational human being would believe that. But let's look at the damage that was done. We're talking about people who went without pay for several weeks. No pay. And God bless the ones who stayed and worked. The TSA workers who continue to come to work without pay, God bless you. You deserve the bonus you're about to get. But for a lot of people, they didn't get to go to work because of the sick game you guys are playing. You're talking about $90 billion that we as a country lost economically. That's $90 billion that could have went to a whole host of things that could have helped this country. But it's gone. It's gone because you guys wanted to engage in a game. You didn't get what you wanted, so you wanted to hold out, but we all know why you did it. Your goal was to score political points, make the Republicans look bad, gaslight Americans, and massage the easily manipulated to believing it was the Republicans' fault, which you were successful. Good for you. Here's a pound. Just for you. That's a pound. Good job. What did it get you? You ended up caving anyway, right? And you got nothing out of the deal. You got a little few things. You got some seats. You got a couple of governor seats and things out of it. But outside of that, what did you get for the American people? Nothing. You got nothing. All you did was cause Americans pain. You caused Americans pain. You caused Americans to stand in bread lines, not knowing if they were going to get money to feed their families. You did that. You did that. So at the end of the day, this isn't hate. This is righteous indignation. I love you. I hate what the hell you did. I hate what the hell you did and why you did it. It's disgusting to me what you guys did for nothing. You did it for yourselves. You didn't do it for the American people. It's not about health care. The only reason why you guys care about health care is all the kickbacks you get from insurance companies who donate money to your campaign. That's why you're so all about protecting the ACA. It has nothing to do with the people. Someone posed a question to me and says, but what did we do before ACA? That's a good question. People went on with their lives. Now, this is not a post about whether I'm for or against Obamacare. I understand that there are people out there who love it, but I also know many people who are struggling as a result of it. Guys, $90 billion. Somebody said 1.5 trillion. I don't know. I don't know. But at the end of the day, America, your country, lost money that could have went to something else. Because the Democratic Party, when it comes to getting what they want, they're nihilist. They're more than willing to grab a Mazel Tov cocktail and throw it at the country and let it burn for a little bit to get what they want. I'm sorry. You can't brainwash me. You can't brainwash me into saying it's a Republican shutdown because you guys caved. So if it's the Republicans' fault, why is it now opening up when you guys caved? Make it make sense. And then we got to the Epstein files. Here's my thing. I am not a MAGA fanboy. I voted for Donald Trump for his policies. I'm not gonna lie, I voted for Donald Trump. I have no bones about it, no shame whatsoever. Because he was the grenade I needed to throw at the system. A system that's failing everybody, from Republicans and Democrats. They're failing everybody. So Donald Trump was a grenade that we threw at the system just to shake things up. It's not about being a fanboy. It's not about loving him. Look, his persona, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of his behaviors. But damn it, when you listen to his policies and his approach to leadership, yeah, those are the things that attracted me. And I do remember his first term. Things were pretty good. Things were pretty good until COVID hit. That's why I voted for President Trump. But here we are, the Epstein files. The Democrats are going to keep parsing out stuff left and right and lying to us. See, here's the thing, guys. Whenever you hear the Democrats come up with some big juicy thing, this ball of poop that they're throwing against the wall that they hope sticks, whenever they come up with that, here's my word of advice to you. Before you jump on it like it's the most juiciest red meat you ever tasted, before you jump on it and start spreading it and start, ooh, we got him, I would say wait about 3 days. And during that 3 days, I need you to do some things. Google, Bing, Yahoo, whatever you need, whatever search engine you trust, and look these things up before you jump the gun. Please, for God's sakes. Now, I'm not saying Trump is innocent or guilty. The honest answer to me on whether Trump is a pedophile or not, is I don't know. I can't call him one. I can't righteously call him as a Christian. I can't falsely accuse him of being a pedophile without any evidence. And that's been my whole point all along. And you guys haven't produced evidence. The day you guys produce sound evidence that this man is abusing children, I'll be right there with you. Because I draw the line when it comes to children. But I cannot fall for these hit pieces, these lies, these half-truths, these redactions. I can't fall for that. I can't fall for that like you. I can't do it. I know what it's like to be falsely accused of something I didn't do. I know what it's like to see your friends and people you know run on it like it's fact. I know what that's like. And as a Christian man, I would never do that to anybody, even Trump. Joe Biden. I am not a fan of Joe Biden. At all. At all. Now, I love him as a Christian. But as a man, we got issues. And he's got major issues with me. Do you know I never said anything about him taking inappropriate showers with his daughter? I never said anything until it was proven that the diary was true. That's something that will cause any reasonable person to believe that something happened. And that's when I said, you know what? I have to speak out on that. Because it was confirmed that it was true. That it was written in her diary, an allegation that he took inappropriate showers with his daughter. It's an allegation, but the diary was real. Now I can feel comfortable speaking on that. But with Donald Trump, oh, he's a pedo. No evidence. He's a rapist. No evidence. Oh, what about the civil trial? A civil trial during an election year? Really? Really? During an election year, where October surprises and January surprises and July surprises come up just to knock a rival off the campaign trail. You want me to believe that stuff from 40 years ago? You just want me to take her word for it? And I'm the type of guy, I take sexual assault seriously. I take it seriously. But no, I'm sorry, I don't believe all women and I don't believe all men who are victims of sexual assault. Though I know the vast majority would never, ever lie about something like that. I've also taken police reports where victims lied. Emmett Till was killed off of a lie. What is those guys? The lacrosse team, the Duke lacrosse team, they almost lost their freedom over a lie. A well-sounding lie. You know how many black men were hung from trees over a lie with no evidence? So based on that, I can't say believe all women or believe all men. I can't. What I will always say is I will take their claims seriously. I will always take their claims seriously because I know in my heart the vast majority of people who are victims of sexual assault would never ever lie about something like that. The vast majority. But there's a negative exception who has. And I'm telling you, I've investigated several claims and I felt so bad for the person who was accused. I wanted that person under the jail. I wanted them under the jail because someone was crying real tears and snot was coming out of their nose and putting on a great act. And then I found out that that person they accused was innocent. I had a family member lie. And I still love this family member. I had a family member lie on a young boy. I wanted to hurt that boy. You hurt Deion Joseph's family, you got a 275-pound problem on your hands. But she lied. She admitted to me that she lied. This is why I can't jump on the bandwagon, guys. This is why I can't call Donald Trump a pedophile. I don't put it past him to do it. I don't put it past him. I'm not going to accuse him of it until you show me the smoking gun. You show me the smoking gun, I'll be right there with you. I promise you that. I've called on Donald Trump to resign before. Charlottesville. When my favorite networks at the time, CNN and MSNBC, told me that he called Nazis very fine people. And I had no reason not to believe them because they're journalists. I mean, I know journalists lean left or right, but they don't completely, totally lie to us, do they? And I wrote a diatribe that's still up to this day on my social media page on Facebook in 2017, calling on Donald Trump to resign for missing the mark on an obvious racist issue. And it wasn't until another friend of mine who hates Trump too. He hated Trump. He couldn't stand it. But he was a man of integrity. And he also knew I was a man of integrity. So he sent me a message that said, hey, Deion, I know you're upset about Donald Trump and everything. I can't stand Donald Trump. Hey, but he didn't say that. And then he posted the entire speech of what he said. And when I watched that speech, I was lied to by journalists I was supposed to trust. And then there was lie after lie after lie. It was the very fine people. It was Trump mocking a reporter because he was handicapped. None of it was true. So I added this to my repertoire. When I hear something coming from his rivals, instead of jumping on it, I give it about 3 days. I do some research. Find 2 or 3 other sources, and put the pieces together. You'll find the truth before you lose your mind. That's what I did. I had to give that benefit of the doubt to Joe Biden when someone said that Joe Biden said the N-word. I was about to go off on Joe Biden. But then I found his speech and realized he wasn't calling anybody the N-word. He was repeating what someone else said. And guess what? As much as I didn't like Joe Biden, I defended Joe Biden. Why are you always defending Trump? Because there's a whole lot of shit to defend, isn't it? Every other day, this man is on TV 24/7, and you have half of the mainstream media lying on this man. And some of the things he brings on himself, I 100% agree. I promise you, this is going to be the most balanced viewpoint on this whole issue. But most of the stuff that's being told about him, the Russia hoax, you name it, saying that Republicans were stupid for voting for him. I did the research there before I was going to post that. But then I said, stop, Deion, go do the research. I was going to post, oh my God, Trump mocked a reporter because he was handicapped. And then I found a video of him mocking other people in the same way. I think it was Lieutenant Colonel, Mark Rubio, Ron DeSantis. He mocked them in the same exact way. And what he was doing was showing a state of confusion, not a handicapped. Plus, the reporter who he was mocking can't move his arms. So common sense would lead a rational person who doesn't look at everything through a fuck Trump filter. Sorry for cursing. Because a lot of you guys suffer from that. You cannot be objective to the man because you look at everything through a hate Trump filter. I don't have that problem. I don't hate. I'm a Christian. I'm not supposed to hate anybody. So I have the freedom to sit back and say, wait a minute. Let me do a little digging here. And I promise you, as a country, as a nation, our nation would heal so much faster if folks on the left and the right do it. Yes, the right does it too. I've seen the right share some ridiculous things. And I've had to correct them too. But it seems like I'm only on the left. Why? Because it's the left doing most of it right now. It's the left continuing, even when it's become debunked, even when it's debunked, you keep sharing disinformation, even though it's been debunked. And it's tearing our country apart. It's tearing our country apart. So I need my friends on the left side to stop with this, destroy the country at all costs. As long as we get Trump, I need you guys to stop this. Because at the end of the day, you're just going to destroy the country. Once again, I don't put pedophilia past the president. I'm not accusing him of it. I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he didn't. But before I judge that man, I just need evidence. Not emails that you purposely redacted with the name of a victim who has already wrote in her book and stated publicly that he did nothing to her. What are you doing? What are you doing? Or showing pictures of Donald Trump's young daughter sitting on his lap and saying, here's proof. Here's proof that he's a pedophile. That's his freaking daughter sitting on his lap at a family gathering. Or a picture of Epstein and Trump sitting with little girls. But for some reason, it's an AI image because Epstein doesn't have legs in the video. And you share it, you, an intelligent human being, a Christian. Whether you're Christian or not, it doesn't matter. You share it like it's truth. And even when you get found out, you don't take it down. You find comfort in your hate filter for Republicans and Trump or anybody who doesn't think like you. It's got to stop. It's destroying our country. It's destroying our. My thing is, release those damn files. Release those damn files. I want to know who's on it. My gut is telling me Trump didn't do anything wrong. You know why? It's my gut. I could be wrong. Because everything is pointing to that. Not because I like Trump. Every victim from Epstein Island who spoke publicly said, nope, never saw Trump do anything wrong. We got stories of Trump kicking Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago for recruiting kids. I don't know if that's true or not. Or it could have been a business deal. But either way, he cut ties with the man for whatever reason. For whatever reason, he cut ties with the man. We know he hasn't been on the island. We have 2 attorneys for Jeffrey Epstein saying that they've seen the files and they haven't seen Trump do anything wrong in those files. Alan Dershowitz, no sitting president is on the Epstein list. Epstein's other attorney interviewed him and says, was Donald Trump involved in anything? And Epstein's told his own attorney, no. And Epstein had every reason to do it. He could have laid Trump the hell out to get a sweet deal. As badly as they hated that man from 2015 on, he could have laid Trump out. He could have said, yep, let me get that sweet deal, and let me say Trump was here, 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 and here. Doesn't matter if it's true or not, because now the left doesn't care if it's true or not, as long as it fits their narrative. As long as it gets the job done, we don't care if it's true or not. But this man said no. He said no. You can't tell me, oh, they partied together, so? His family flew on a plane with Epstein, so? That's a coincidence. Oprah Winfrey hung out with Harvey Weinstein. Obama, they hung out with Harvey Weinstein. I don't think they're sexual predators. Is it at all possible that you could know somebody and think you know them really well, but then they have a dark side? Is that possible? It's possible. You won't find one post on Deion Joseph's thread, oh, Obama is a sexual offender because he hangs out with Harvey Weinstein. Because that's stupid. That's just dumb. It's just dumb. We gotta stop, guys. Yes, we know they were good friends. Trump can try to distance himself from their friendship. It's foolish. He's foolish by doing that. He needs to go ahead and admit they were good friends. Yeah, they partied together. Yeah, they love young women. Go ahead and admit it. Everybody knew who you were, Donald Trump. We knew who you were back in the day, in the 80s and 90s. Everybody knew you were a hound. So stop pretending that you weren't. But before I call him something so heinous as a pedophile, before I do that, all I'm saying is, I need proof. I can't sip the Kool-Aid, guys. As a Christian, I can't. I've seen innocent people get accused of false things. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. And boy, that lie about me sounded so good. It was so good I couldn't even get additional units requesting the field. Some brother in blue lied on me or twisted the truth during an emotional time for police officers, and I paid for it. With that said, this is Deion Joseph on purpose. Dems, you can fool everybody else, but you can't fool me. This shutdown was one of the most politically disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. You hurt people for selfish gains, and I pray to God that the majority of people who thinks it's the Republicans' fault at some point will be honest with themselves, remove that filter of hate, be objective, and realize that, and hold you all accountable. You guys have to be better. You hurt people to get what you want. You hurt people. This whole Epstein thing, all I'm saying is I wouldn't put it past Donald Trump to do anything. I don't know Trump. I don't know him. He doesn't, I don't owe him my allegiance. What for? I voted for him for his policy, for his approach to leadership. Not because I worship him, so if he's on the list, bring it on. Bring it on. You don't have to go, aha, Deion Joseph. You don't have to do that. I just need evidence. That's all. And so far, all the shit you're doing, Dems, it's foul. It's foul. Rest in peace, Virginia Gruffy. Forgive me if I say her name wrong. Or Jeffrey. Thank you for your bravery in coming forward and telling your truth. That's who matters to me. The victims. The victims matter to me. And what they say carry more weight than the Democratic Party, the Jasmine Crockett's, all of them carry so much more weight. This is Deion on purpose. Being the best version of myself for the sake of mankind. Take care.